What's going on, guys? Big Time 110 here. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to install the developer version of the Pixel 4 port that's on XDA. So what we want to do first, as stated on the instructions, we want to go and get the open beta. So we need that as a base before. So let's go and download that. As you can see, I already have the files to install that ROM. But we need the base. So that's what we're going to install right now. Let's go ahead and download that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay. So once we have that installed, what we need to do is flash the open beta twice and then run the flasher. Okay.
Okay, so now that we have the open beta on our flash drive, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and wipe format data. Go ahead and say yes. We're going to let it do its thing. Okay, we're going to go back. Then we're going to go back. We're going to go to install. Select from the USB. Now simply what we're going to do is we're going to install Open Beta 11. And we're going to install TWRP because we're not done here. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to let this do its thing and we'll be back. Okay, now that it's done, what we want to do is we want to go and reboot recovery because we want to install it twice, just like the instructions say. So we're just going to go to reboot recovery and we're going to wait. Okay, so we're going to swipe to allow. Now that, yep, it changed slot. So now that we are here, we're going to go install, select storage. We're going to do USB. We're going to go and look for that file, which is Open Beta 11. And we're also going to do TWRP just in case we need it. And then we're going to flash again. And then we'll be back with the next step as soon as this finishes. All right, guys. Okay, so now that we're done here installing Open Beta twice, what we need to do is, one, you can take off your USB and just set it anywhere. And we are going to reboot the system, but what we want to do is you're going to let it get all the way till it boots up. You don't have to register your fingerprint or put your information, none of that. But we need to go to the options and we need to turn on ADB debugging. So make sure you turn that on. Okay, that's very important for our next step. Okay, so now all we're gonna do is skip everything. Skip. We're gonna skip this. We're gonna do next. Doesn't matter. So let's just go here. We're gonna start. All right. So now that we're here, what we want to do is let's go to. So you can see here we're on Open Beta. But before we do that, let's hit the build number until you are a developer. You go back, you go into system, you go to developer options. And also we want to make sure that you have USB debugging turned on. See that? Okay. Once we have that, it's very important to have it on because we're going to need to have ADB debugging for our next step. Okay. So we're going to be doing some commands. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next step.
Okay, now that we're back here at the computer, we have the phone with ADB debugging turned on, and we flashed open beta twice. So now that we have that, and you have your folder where you have your files, what we want to do is we want to extract these files here. Okay, let's wait for that. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to open up CMD. Go ahead and do that. Now we're going to do here is we're going to do ADB devices. As you can see, our device is there, and since we have ADB debugging, the computer recognizes our phone. So what we want to do here is Adb Reboot Bootloader, and once we get on fast boot mode, you're gonna hear that chime, your phone should reboot into fast boot mode, and we're going to continue with the next step. All right, that's the sound. So now here, we're going to minimize this. You're going to go back to your files that you just extracted, and we're going to do, what I'm going to do is flash this one that says force wipe. So let's go ahead and double click on that. And as you can see, you should get this command prompt, and it should start doing its thing on its own. So just let it do its thing, and we'll be back in a little bit. Now don't worry about the time. As stated right there, it says that it should take around 10 or 15 minutes. So just go ahead, get a cup of coffee, get a drink, go to the bathroom, then come back. It should be done by that time. Okay, once that finishes, you should see your phone boot up, and let's just wait it. Let's just wait, see if it boots up, and let's see what happens. As you can see, it's booting up. So that's all there is to it, guys. So with that being said, guys,
There's something wrong with the build. I know it's a developer preview. Next time when we have an updated version, I'll do a video on it. But for now, this is just install instructions for anybody that's just curious about the ROM. So as you can see, there's a lot of force closes here. You can close them, and it'll look like it'll work, but it doesn't work. It's not gonna work. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right.